Hello, art teachers. Today we're going to take a look at a really quick lesson, just one class, designed to help the young students think about drawing trees. The goal is simple, just to move them from drawing lollipop trees to thinking about how the limbs, the branches, the leaves, the roots all come off of the main trunk. So you can start with videos or pictures of trees or talk about climbing trees or if they have a tree in their yard. And then we're going to talk about the different parts of a tree. That very center part, that thick part that's right up straight, that's the trunk. And then these main parts, maybe two or three, they're still big and they stick out from the side of the trunk. Those are called limbs. And then the smaller pieces that come off of the limbs, those are the branches. And of course, we know the leaves. And what's underground? The roots. Of course, they've already got branches, leaves, and roots. The term trunk and limbs might be new. Of course, this is very simplified botany, but I just want them to think about how the pieces get smaller and smaller. So we all stand up nice and straight, just like this is the trunk. Can everybody stand up nice and straight? Good job. Okay, let's put our arms out. These are the limbs. These are still big. And I will show them how I can do it with my arms bent or my arms stretched. They can point in different directions. All trees aren't the same. Once everyone's stretched out with their limbs, then we're going to shake those fingers. Those fingers are the branches, and they are smaller. So the biggest part is the trunk, and then we have the medium-sized limbs, and the smallest are the branches. Now here's a tree in winter. Sometimes you can even say the tree is naked. That'll get them laughing. And at this point, sometimes I have one student come up and point to the trunk, and another point to the limbs, somebody else to the branches. Of course, there's no leaves. And where are the roots? Oh, they're underground. So after we've taken a look at how trees are constructed, we do a quick little exercise. So I show this up on the board. I also have these printed out in half sheets of paper. So what do you think this is a picture of? And of course, everybody says clouds. These are not clouds. These are trees. And way down here, that's the grass. How do you think we can make a tree connect from the leaves way up here all the way down to the ground? And we talk about the fact that the tops of trees look like clouds. So I'm going to draw a line all the way from the top of the cloud down to the grass. And I want to go past that line, not just right to the line. I'm going to add my limbs and my branches. And then at this point, I pass the papers out to everybody and we demonstrate again how to draw that line all the way from the middle of the leaves that look like a cloud. We're going to add the limbs, add some branches, add as much as we want, and then we can practice one more time, and we can try to do it differently, each one if we want. So this is not our final project. This is just practice. I usually like to give them a brown marker or a brown crayon for this. I always have lots of brown markers left over. So the first little exercise was getting us to think about the parts of the trunk and the limbs and the branches. And then the second little exercise is thinking about how the tops of the trees look like clouds. And now we're going to put it all together. And we're going to make something that looks kind of like this. Although in reality, it never looks like. But this is the sample I showed them. So everybody is going to get a white piece of paper. And then we are going to glue on some grass. And so I've already cut green strips. We use glue stick, and everybody is going to glue that grass on the bottom of our picture. Now, who remembers what we said that the tops of the trees look like? Clouds, that's right. So everybody's going to get a piece of colored paper, and you can use greens, or I often use yellow, orange, fall colors. You can use printed paper, and everybody gets to pick out their paper and a pencil, and then we're going to draw a cloud, a big cloud. And then we can take our scissors and we're going to cut that out. Now the challenge I often have there is getting them to draw a big enough cloud. They want to draw teeny tiny, so I give them the size of paper that I want them to draw the cloud. Often I will draw that first cloud for them. Usually after that they have the confidence to draw their own. And this is just a great age-appropriate exercise in using the tools, cutting out shapes. And then we are going to glue that cloud right up there in the, but it's not a cloud, is it? What's it going to be? A tree. So then take our brown marker and we're going to draw that tree. We can even add some more trees, different shapes, different colors. You know, no two trees are alike. You can make your tree any way you want. Here's some pictures of my first graders working on their trees. See that some of them have bought into the limbs and branches more than others. That's okay. You can see on the top left there that my friend has glued his grass onto his practice sheet. That's okay too. So here's another example of different kinds of trees and branches I have made. And now your picture is all finished. Or is it? What else can you add to this picture? People or animals or a playground or a house? Show me what else you can put in your picture. And then here are some examples of some great details that my friends have added to their pictures. Birds and butterflies and roots and playgrounds. I love this one on the right. 3 colors of leaves on the same tree. One has got a little squirrel, one's got a bird, and one's got a butterfly. And there's a bat up there too, although I don't know what that olive is up there. But there's a slide and a swing set. Here you can see I had printed paper for them to choose from, and Kevin has not incorporated limbs or branches, but he has gone all in on the roots. We got some stripy trees, a farm, and I love when they choose the fall colors because we're in Florida and nothing turns orange here. They do like to make snow scenes and fall scenes. These kids are playing hide and seek. This one has made the tiny cloud tree, but they've made it work for them. Where the Dumbo sticker came from, I don't know. Multi-season, lots of roots, and a happy multicolored family. So you can see it's just a fun little exercise with a couple of quick concepts. One about how a tree spreads apart, and 2 that a tree looks like a cloud. And the rest is just fun, free skill building. I often slip this in at the end of the year when we're all tired, quick, and easy. I'm Heidi Howe, and there's plenty more on the YouTube channel. I love to see pictures of how these ideas worked in your classroom.